Right, Tony, you've had a great week here at Quarry Bank.
That's putting it mildly. It's been a fabulous week, a really fabulous week. I mean, I've been fortunate that I'd got it to myself, so I've fished all 4 swims, but I've caught at all 4 swims. Yeah, what can I say? I'm going to bore you now and reel off, tell you what I've caught,
No,
but even so, I've had 32 fish, starting off with a 14-pound koi, an 18-pound mirror, 14 20s, 14 30s, a 40-pound 4 and a 51-pound 12. Now, it don't get much better than that, does it? I mean, it's been a brilliant
In
week.
Absolute peace and tranquility
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It's well, as you know, this is Lynn and Neil Shipman's Quarry Bank carp pool, and it is truly beautiful. I've been coming here, I don't know, 2 or 3 years helping Neil building platforms and things like that. And we started going around with a boat, taking out dead trees and generally making it into a fishery, as it should be. Then we started building the platforms. We started on the beach one, the big one over there, which we just about finished, but by the time we got to the end of it, I think I'd dropped that many of Neil's tools over the side. I think he get up on me and sort of said, well, I'll tell you what, you go fishing and I'll carry on with the building. which was, I said, oh, all right then. So, I did quite a bit of fishing about on it to get a feel of the place. Because I've never really fished quarry before. I've fished River Lot, which is very deep and things like that, but I've never actually fished a quarry, so it's quite an eye-opener, and I've learnt a lot about it, and Neil knows all the information as well, so he can pass it on to people that come and fish as well. The wildlife here is unbelievable. Crikey, in the spring you see hoopoes, golden orioles bathing in the I've fished more or less everywhere now. I've certainly fished all the four pegs this week and caught on every one. So they've all got something special about them. They're all got their own individual thing. If you take it and the pictures, if you say like the beach, the one there, the first one Neil and I built, to your left hand side you've got the shallows curving round and you can see the edge of them. When I say shallows, that ranges from about a few inches going out to nearly 7 foot of the drop off, but then when it goes over that you're down the steep wall, down into 30-35 foot of water there. Fish do come up on the shallows various times. Doesn't seem to be any set reason for it. It can be a red hot sunny day and yet there's nothing on the shallows, and then other days there'll be a load of fish up on there. We're sort of mid-October now. We've not seen many this week up on the shallows at all, but I'm not really bothered because I'm out there fishing in the deeper water and getting the take, so really I don't want to be struggling trying to cast across onto the top of ledges and things like that. So there's not really any need to fish on them at all. Also in that peg, although you're out in front of you, you're in about 36 foot of water, you don't need to be all that far out. You don't need to be doing big chucks. All you need to be doing is getting 25-30 yard out. As long as you're well clear of the rocks that's down below you, down the bottom of the drop off, as long as you're out from them, you're fine. You're on a flat bottom out in the middle. Get a better bait out there, get your bait fairly tightly baited on it, you're in with a flipping good chance of getting a fish. Also, don't forget your margins drop off from the front edge of the platform. Out there's a 5 foot ledge, runs full length of the platform, disappears away at the end there, but that's 12 foot down. If you can keep quiet on the platform, handful of bait here, trickled in, lowering a bait on that, that's always a good backup one to have if you're struggling at any time. Last year I'd not caught anything much in the day. I came down in the evening, lowered a bait on that. Within 10 minutes I'd had a 44. It just came in on the 12 foot down on the shelf, picked up the baits. So don't neglect the shelves. I've only fished days this trip I've been on here this week. I've sort of got up first light, come down, had a couple of hours, had my breakfast, come back down and fished till tea time, and that's it. I haven't fished nights at all. So all them fish have been in through the day, which I'm pleased about. The next peg round from there is one called Trappers. This is one of my favourite pegs. This was. I started off on that peg and did really well right from once we found out where the shelf was. 25 yard out, maybe a tad more. There's a 12-foot deep shelf there. That's where you want to get your baits on. You don't want to be past the back of it. You're dropping down the slope into deeper water, which I'm not saying the fish don't frequent it, but you're better off for tackle wise for getting on top of the shelf there. It's quite easy to find. Neil will point it out to you and show you where it is. You can always tell, you can feel your bomb down, that 12-foot bump on the bottom, you know you're on it. If you're short, your line will go down at a steep angle. If you're dead on it, you can tell by how your line's going out, you're on to 12 foot. Good place to be there. Also coming round to the right, looking back towards the shallows, casting short of the shallows cliff, you can get on a gravelly, well, not so much gravel as hard sand grit bottom there, and it's clean and clear. That's a good pitch. A right hand gentle cast to just short of the cliff there, that will produce fish as well. Again, off the platform, the first 30 I ever caught in Quarry Bank was lowered off that platform at my feet again. So again, don't neglect that. Further around, you come to the Little Hole. Now I must admit I've not fished this quite so much, but this is quite an unknown one to me to some degree. I fished it one morning last week and I had an upper 20 and an upper 30 just casting straight out from me, but the bubblers and fizzers you get in this, Sean will tell you that they absolutely fizz up there. So that's worth exploring. Just an underhand cast into the margins there, into the deep water, this fish come into there. Further around now, right at the top end, you've got the pontoon. This is for, what shall we say, it's a double peg, two mates on there. I reckon you'd catch really well by baiting up there and just keeping the bait steadily going in. I think eventually you'd have a big catch there from there. I've had quite a few 20s and 30s over the last week from that peg, but there's a bay to the left which I've not even cast a bait into yet. I've not explored. There's a bay to the right which produces fish. You've got 180 degrees of open water out in front of you on that peg. Two guys on there, I reckon you'd really catch big time. Neil will ferry tackle out to the pontoon in the boat for you. Then you've got a staircase at the back that takes you up onto the top of the, well, we say cliff, but it's not ever said that. And there's a toilet on the top there, so you've got your own facilities there. Talking of facilities, the actual toilet block, shower and kitchen are superb. They're all brand new, so you can't wish for more. It's a smashing place, and but what gets you here is the fight of the fish. Because they're big fish, but they're from deep water, they fight unbelievably. So it's not a water for doing distance casting with finer line. You want 15-pound minimum line and a good diameter, 0.4 or something like you need a strong line and you need rig tubing. Don't be shy, be tackle shy, and you've got to think about strength for here of your tank operation. Yes, but yeah, abrasion wise, so tubing's a must. But all that's Neil will explain all that to you. It's all in the rules. Read the rules, abide by them, and you'll have a
One of the
smashing
questions
time.
I asked when I first arrived was what the bottom was like. 30-35 foot water in places, a little bit deeper in others. Some places I've been concerned in the past get very, very silty, very smelly. Yeah, it's a really firm bottom out there, isn't it? It's clean as
You
anything.
can, if you cast out, you don't need to cast out far into the middle there, but if you do cast out there, you can actually skid your bomb across
right.
it. It's almost like, well, we couldn't believe it at first. It was like somebody had been down there and polished
I think I
it. It was-
said yesterday it's like a snooker table.
Yeah,
you can't
that's
slide
right.
down on the ledge.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
skip.
yes. I mean, you might hit there's got to be an odd rock or two down there, you know, obviously, but it does skim across there. So, yes, that part's a clean bottom, it really is. But the other parts, you do need to sort of get it in your head where they are. But as I say, Neil will explain that to you.
That was brilliant. Thank you, Tony. What an
No,
insight.
You're welcome. No, you're welcome. I hope you all enjoy
Can't
it.
believe
I'm
you
sure
don't
you
do
will.
that every day of your life as a job. You should be doing. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, all right. You're more than welcome.